going, everybody? In today's video, I want to talk to you about the iPhone mini edition. Hear me out here. I know this phone is really not that popular, but oh my word, do I love it. This is my plea with Apple to make an iPhone 14 mini. Let's talk about it. This is the iPhone 12 mini, and this is the 5th gen iPod Touch. They're like the exact same size. It's crazy how similar these things are. They're not 100% the same, but they're really close. So here they are stacked on each other. You can see just a tiny bit bigger. Over the time that I've owned this little iPhone, there have been a couple of things that I have thought about and that I have missed. So for starters, it only has 2 cameras on the back. One of them is a standard wide-angle lens that you'll find on absolutely every iPhone, including the iPhone SE. The bottom lens down here is a wide-angle lens, and people are a big fan of that wide-angle lens. Myself, not so much. I think the only downfall to this is not having a telephoto lens. But I can't complain because the more focal lengths you have, the more interesting your photos can be. So at least they're giving you multiple cameras to choose from. You got 2 on the back and 1 on the front. The mini ecosystem complements itself so nicely. You've got a small device that just disappears in your pocket, which is really nice, by the way. And then you've got a larger device that you can expand out to, but it's still not so crazy that you can't hold it in one hand. This is the lightest iPad Apple makes. Contrary to it being called the iPad Air, this weighs half of what an iPad Air weighs. And I love that about it. It's incredibly light. You can hold it with like literally just 2 fingers. Same goes here. They're so small, you can literally like forget that they're with you. I've had this iPod Touch for an entire decade now, and I'm probably going to be doing a 10-year anniversary video about this iPod Touch here on the channel coming up later this year. But I've owned it for a whole 10 years now, and I love the red color. This is the first red iPhone I've ever owned. I love the colors that come on the iPhone, and I know that the bigger one comes in colors too and whatever, but I've always wanted a red iPhone. Ever since the iPhone 7 came in red, I've always wanted one, and this is the first time I've ever actually gotten it because I've always gotten a black iPhone. And this is the first time I've deviated from that and got a different color. So I'm a big fan of it. And I intend to hang on to this for a while because I really like the size. I mean, look how tiny it is. How about the battery life? Well, for me, I've found that the battery life has been satisfactory. Most of the time, I wind up finishing the day getting about 4 hours of use out of the iPhone. A lot of times I do find myself jumping into Control Center, turning on battery saving mode, and getting through the remainder of the day. There have been a few times that I have not been able to get through the day, and I've had to charge it a couple of times here and there. But a lot of time I'll put it in my car, and instead of using Bluetooth, I'll just plug in the charger, so that helps on and off with the whole thing. But it does, for the most part, hold a battery really well. I know a lot of people complain about it. I personally don't really have any issues with it as long as I am just moderate on my use. And I have been pretty moderate with my use on this. I don't have very many apps on here, so that has helped for sure. And a lot of the time when I'm at work, when I'm at home, I am able to just stay on the Wi-Fi, so that helps as well. Though it does have 5G, and it's not too bad. Another thing I really like about the iPhone mini that is much better than the rest of the iPhones, you know Apple's little wallet case? Whoops! That lets you store a whole 3 cards? I just dropped it on the floor. Yeah, so this little wallet case right here lets you store like 2 or 3 cards in it. Really nice. I keep my Apple card, my debit card, my driver's license, and whatever in there at all times, and it actually is connected to the Find My network. So when you clip it to the back of your phone with magnets, if you take it off, it'll tell you where you left it, which is really cool. So what's so special about this wallet combined with this iPhone as opposed to literally any of the other iPhones? Well, for one, this iPhone, of course, has MagSafe technology, which all of the new iPhones have MagSafe. But what this one has that the rest of them don't have is the fact that it actually perfectly lines up with the phone. This is my actual setup. I have my iPhone here with a glass screen protector on the front so that if I drop it or anything, it'll be all right. And then on the back, I'll put my wallet on there, and that's it. I don't carry it in a case. I don't do anything with it. I just keep it like this. And since it's got aluminum railings, I prefer that to the Pro models because I can just rock it case-free as long as I've got that glass on the front, because otherwise you're gonna scratch your screen. I've made that mistake with iPhones in years past. That's my take, and that's my review on the smallest iPhone in Apple's lineup. I love it, and I really wish that Apple wasn't abandoning this decision. I would love to see the iPhone 12 mini revitalized, for example, as, I don't know, the iPhone SE 3 or 4. That would be the ideal solution, that they could continue this design and also still appeal to a lot of people. I would love that. If that's what they did, I would be ecstatic. So please don't discontinue this design. I want another one of these. But I think this is it for a long time in terms of small phones. I'm like the only one. I actually have met people that didn't even know that there was a mini version of the iPhone. So that's my case. That's my review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe for more tech videos, more interesting vlogs. I don't know. It's 2022 and we're gonna do it the way we want to around here. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll enjoy the next one, maybe you won't. I don't even know anymore. Peace.